Well, as the old saying goes, man plans, God laughs. Kind of royally screwed this weekend with major trailer issues, even blew a drive tire. That and more on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy and diapered studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous Meatball Dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Yeah, big, giant pile of crap I'm sitting in right now. Today is Saturday, the 17th of August. I should have delivered at the Walmart Distribution Center in New Braunfels, Texas this morning at 5:15. I had another load booked that I was supposed to pick up in San Antonio this morning at 9 a.m. going up to Minnesota. Well, now that's all followed through. I left Tonkawa, for those of you who watched my last video, Oklahoma last night, and then I'm driving along and there's this big hill kind of between there in Oklahoma City, and I'm going up and I thought I heard a pop sound, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound good. Pulled over and was checking out what I thought it was, and so I checked all my tires, I checked my airbags and everything. I didn't see any problem. The drive tires on this truck are brand new when I got the truck. I thumped all the trailer tires. I did not thump all the drive tires. That's my mistake. But the reason is because I got distracted by the smoke I was seeing on the coming off the trailer brake. So I'm like, okay, that's not good. Tried to go a little farther and the smoke got worse. Pulled over again. At this point I was maybe 20 miles north of Oklahoma City, and crawled under the trailer and saw my bottom brake pad. You have two on a standard drum brakes, the one that kind of goes towards the top, towards the bottom. And the bottom one was stuck against the drum, and that's why it was smoking, because it was cooking that brake pad. So I stayed there for a while, let it cool down. I'm not too far from Oklahoma City, so wanted to try to keep going to get to the Petro, because doing a road call would have been way expensive, and they probably wouldn't have had anything with them to handle that anyway. Usually road calls are only good if you have a tire issue, which I did but didn't realize it at the time. We'll get to that. So I drove about another 8 miles, started smoking real bad again, pulled off again, and let them cool down again. Then hit side streets and made it all the way to the Petro here in Oklahoma City last night. Of course, tried to check in at the shop, and it's ever since the pandemic it's been this way at shops all over the country. Well, sorry sir, all we have, for people overnight is they can do tires and oil changes, and that's it. And I'm like, hey, I got this big brake issue, it's locked up. Well, you'll have to come back in the morning. So I went and found a place to park, pulled back around there in the morning, got into the shop, and as I'm getting out of the truck, I looked, and my inside rear drive tire on the right side was shredded. So that explains the sound I heard. That tire had popped, but when I had pulled over immediately after that and looked at everything, and it looked okay. And like I say, those were brand new drive tires, so I didn't. And I think maybe I did actually kind of touch it or something, but everything looked okay. Well, it had just happened, and so obviously it hadn't been completely flat at that point. Well, on my trying to drive more towards Oklahoma City, it shredded that up. So, well, okay, now I need a drive tire. But I still got the trailer issue with the smoking brake, because it's been stuck against the drum. And they pull that off, and then they find out that the whole thing is, the whole spindle is wobbling. Those of you who have been following me for a long time know that, remember about 2.5 years ago, right after I did my remodel on the Coronado, I was in upstate New York. I had completely lost the entire set of tires and wheels off of my right rear trailer axle, and had to have an axle surgeon and do the thing. I was stuck there all weekend into the next part of the week. Luckily, one of my subscribers came by and took me out to breakfast a couple of times. A really nice guy. Can't remember his name, but thank you again for that. And they finally got that done, but it was like, somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 to get all that fixed. So they're saying, well, yeah, so we can't touch it, because we have to call an axle surgeon. I've heard this before. that's not good. I said, okay, well, I still need to get the drive tire changed. Let's do that. Of course, I had to buy a more expensive drive tire than I wanted to because that's what they had. That's why I always hate being in that situation. But they did that. And then I was like, okay, well, what do we do? Because, of course, they couldn't talk to the axle surgeon until Monday. This is Saturday morning. And they said, well, we could try to see if we have some chains to chain it up so we can at least move it out of the bay. They did not. And I said, after they did the drive tire, I said, all right, well, what are we looking at here? Can I pull this out? So can you put the wheels back on at least so I can pull it out in the lot? No, we can't do that. That's our policy. Well, I get that because, of course, they're afraid I'm going to drive it off the lot. And, of course, they had seen that there was a problem with it and they didn't want to be liable for that. I get that. But they let me pull it out with no wheels or tires on the trailer. That way, at least I could get parked, which I did. So now we got to wait till Monday. I tried contacting the broker on this load I'm on, Americo, with the kitty litter that was supposed to deliver this morning. Got no response. Couldn't get anybody to answer the phone. I sent text messages. I sent emails. They obviously don't work or check their stuff on the weekend. So I won't know about that until Monday. I had to call the other broker for the load I was going to pick up and give back that load. So all the work I did the past few days to try to recover everything when Walmart screwed up and made me reschedule to try to make my mega week, well, that's all down the crap hole. So they let me pull the trailer out of the shop because I was blocking one of their bays. I think that's the main reason they let me do that. But like I say, I've got no wheels on that right rear axle right now, no tires or anything. And just pulled into a space where there's nobody behind me. I don't know what to do at this point. This trailer's a 2016. It's had some issues. It's got other issues that I've been dealing with. The tandems don't like to slide. The bar to pull out to make the pins release doesn't work. I have to put a vice grip on it all the time. It's got other issues. It's got some side rail damage. But I knew if I could run this, because a lot of places won't load you if your trailer is 10 years or older. Some even 9, some even 8. So I knew I was going to have to replace this trailer soon. So now here's the conundrum. It's going to cost probably at least, they gave me an estimate of at least around $3,750. That's kind of minimum to fix this axle now again that had been fixed before about 2.5 years ago. To redo the brakes and everything. It could be a lot more than that. We don't know. Do I throw this kind of money at a trailer that I was planning to replace not too far down the road? The other big problem is it's got a load on it. I've got the load of kitty litter. It still has to make it to the Walmart distribution center in New Braunfels. How do we deal with that? So this is what I've been thinking about all day. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have the money. I don't have extra cash. Every bit of extra cash I had at all went into buying this truck to replace the other one so I could keep working to try to make money for the family. So I got nothing. So I don't know what to do at this point. If this trailer had been empty when this happened, it'd be an easy decision. I would call a salvage place and say, look, if you'll come and tow this away, it's yours. If you want to give me anything for it, okay. And I would go rent another trailer or try to buy another one to get by for a while. But I've got a load on. So what do I do about that? That's a big conundrum. It's the weekend. Can't get anything done over the weekend. So I'm stuck here in Oklahoma City where we're under a giant heat index. It was 114 degrees feels like temperature earlier today, and it's supposed to be worse tomorrow. I'm just very frustrated, very depressed. What the hell's my hair doing? And, we've been struggling really hard the past year. I think I'm a good person. I try to be positive. I've been just trying to work. I had to switch trucks that I didn't want to do. Took everything we had just to get into this one so I could keep working for the family. I can't afford something like this. Been trying to finally earn some money again on a consistent basis. And now what was going to be my mega week, well, that's gone. God knows how much I'm going to get fined for not being on time today. Of course, I had to give away that next load. I'll be lucky if I get a paycheck at all next week at this point. And now other loads I had booked after that, the cereal load again. I had lignite for next Friday again. Probably going to have to give those away. So I don't have the money to fix this. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm kind of out of options. And so it's been a very frustrating day. I just don't know what to do. This is why it's really tough to be an owner-operator. Like I say, I try to do the right thing by transitioning into this truck just to keep working. And now I've got major trailer issues. Gotta love it. So, just wanted to give you an update. A little frustrated. Stuck here in Oklahoma City. It's supposed to be hotter than hell again tomorrow. At least I have a fridge full of food and other food in here, so I'm set on that. While we just sit here and try to figure it out and decide what the hell we're going to do. So, I guess I don't really have anything else to say other than very frustrated. It's been really tough. Like I say, I try to be positive all the time, but wow, is it getting tough? You just constantly feel like you're getting kicked in the head with an iron boot.
You know what it's like to fall in the mud and get kicked in the head by an iron boot? Of course you don't. No one does. That never happens. Sorry, Ted. It's a dumb question. Skip that.
I know it's not just me. Everybody's struggling out there. I mean, things cost more than they ever have before. There's basically no middle class anymore. There's the lower class and there's the upper class, and we're the lower class. And we're just trying to survive. And I'm just trying to work. I'm not a criminal. Just trying to take care of the family, and yet it makes it harder and harder and harder. Kind of tempting to be a criminal, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so that's where we're at. So I'm going to be sitting here in Oklahoma City at the Petro till at least Monday until we figure out what to do and find out how to pay for this repair on the trailer that I really don't want to have to do because it's not worth spending that much money on a trailer I was planning to replace anyway. So what do you do about that? But then I've got a load on. So again, what do I do about that? So I tried to resolve this week, and I was feeling kind of positive at the last video saying, hey, I was able to get loads back and it's going to be a good week again. Well, now it's not. Now this week is I'll be lucky to say if I get a paycheck at all next week. So sorry to bring it down, but that's reality, and that's where we're at. Well, yeah, thanks for tuning in for that one. They still, yeah, just don't really know what to do. Kind of screwed. That's life. Gotta love it. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get your comments as soon as I can. It's been a while. I'm sorry about that. Been running a little hard, and now I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do. But I do get to them. I will get to them eventually. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on TikTok, X, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. So, going out with your boyfriend, huh? What's his name? Not that it's any of your business, but his name is Bug. Bug! What's his last name? Spray? You should talk, Buck. You are obliviously unaware of all the crap we're going through. You just know that I pulled out the camera and the light. That means you get a begging strip. That's all you care about, right? Yep. Oh, yeah, I know. They're coming, Rusty. They're coming. All right, there you go. At least you're happy. You get your begging strip. That's all you know. Right, buddy? Yep. If only it were that easy. I'll deal with all the crap. You get your begging strips. Oh, yes, happy dog. Happy dog. Because he's a begging strip dog. He's a begging strip dog. Excuse me, because sometimes he eats too fast. And it starts to cough. He's a begging strip dog. I saw one more piece right down there. It's right in front again. It's right there. See? Find it?